How I signed 5 high ticket clients in 14 days or less. That's what we're going to get into today. I'm going to go in depth on those things. So, who's ready to join me today? Again, how I signed 5 high ticket clients in 14 days or less. I'm going to break down my full detailed process today. Okay, so I will be back in a minute, but for those that don't know me, my name is Tammy P. I'm an ads and marketing expert. And I'm going to pause for a minute here because I need to make sure I am streaming everywhere on social. Right now, I should be streaming on my Facebook page, my Facebook profile, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, all the things. So I'm going to go check that everything is working, and then I'll be back for this free live stream coming up soon. So hang in here, as well as a Q&A. We'll be back soon.
Taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance.
right. Hey, everybody. It is Tammy P, ads and marketing expert. I'm here talking today about how I signed 5 high ticket clients in 2 weeks. So I'm going to break down all of it today. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Messing with my hair a little bit because I got a haircut, so I'm getting used to it. But yeah, we got all the green going on today. I hope everybody's excited. Give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're on live or on the replay. We are streaming on, let's see, we're on the Facebook profile, we're in the Facebook group, we're in the ad club group, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. I even posted on LinkedIn. So you guys can all watch the replays. I stream every single week on Tuesdays at noon Eastern. So come on back if you enjoyed the live stream today. All right, again, give me hashtag live, hashtag replay if you guys are here today. Say hello as you join as we get into this live stream today. All right, so we're gonna talk about how I sign clients on a consistent basis. And this was something, by the way, before I get into this, was a mystery for me for the longest time. And when 2020 hit and we went through all the things that we did in 2020, which I don't have to talk about here, I really stepped into my business and really embraced it, right? And so in 2020, I was able to get completely booked out with clients. And I think that was the first time ever that ever has happened to me. So I think it's like almost like before you do something, you're like, oh, this seems impossible, right? And then after you do it, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. That was actually pretty cool, right? So what I started to realize, and this is why I've been talking about this more with everyone, is that I'm pretty good at signing clients. So I want to take the mystery out of signing clients for all of you guys, so that you can start bringing in consistent income and clients into your business. This is what I want for every single one of you. And I'm going to give you a little hint today. All right. The little hint, in my opinion, is that we make this all too complicated, right? We make it all too complicated to sign clients, right? And so this is something when I'm having conversations with people every single day, I hear like, I just don't have enough clients. There's not enough people around me. I'm not really making the money that they want, right? And so I want to just really honestly, I'm stepping into this in my business right now because this is something that I am skilled at, and I want everybody to learn this really honestly. So I'm going to break down exactly what I did for the first 2 weeks of September in order to sign clients. Okay, we're going to go through that in depth, and then as we go through the information today. Again, on hashtag live, hashtag replay, whether you're live or on the replay, ask me questions. I love engaging with all of you. I love when you ask questions. I'm here to help you when I'm on live. So I'm not always giving away my information for free per se, right? But when I am on live, I'm totally open to answering your questions. And just because I want all of you guys to succeed in your business. So if you're on live or on the replay, comment and let me know how many clients you currently have, just so I know like where you're at in business. And so I know kind of in context where everybody's at. All right. So again, we make all this so complicated. I'm going to go into all the steps here right now and break it all down for you and how I sign 5 high-ticket clients in 2 weeks. All right. So the first step is we really need to plug in a lead flow system into our business. And I look at a lot of my clients or people that are talking to me, I take a bird's eye view and I look at what is missing in their business, right? And so one of the things I've identified that I can actually help you with is actually getting leads into your business, new people in your business, new people around you, so that you can sell your stuff, right? And the truth is, if we don't have enough of a following online, like if we don't have enough of a social media following, if we don't have enough people on our email list, enough people in our world, so to speak, we're not going to get the sales. We're not going to get the clients that we desire, right? That's just simple facts. Okay. If you look at people who have grown their, let's say Instagram to like 100K, of course they're making money, right? As long as they have an offer on the back end. But that is the problem that I see with a lot of my clients is because they don't have a lead flow system in their business. They just don't have a consistent way to bring in business, right? And so putting that system into your business will be an absolute game changer. It's something that I started working on way back in when I came into online space in 2018, and I have a consistent method for growth. And when I say a consistent method for growth, again, plugging that lead flow system into the business, but not only, and this is where I'm going to get into detail, the live stream, I really get detail on this stuff, but I'm not only getting people from my email list, I'm also getting them onto my social media, right? That could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, LinkedIn, something else, right? So we're going to go through all this in depth. So the first step one is all about plugging that lead flow system into your business, right? So if you don't have a consistent manner for bringing people into your world, your business is not growing, it's declining, right? And so a lot of clients that come to me, they say, you know what, I get referrals, I do get some business, but I'm not getting enough business, right? Because referrals are great. We all love referrals, right? Every single one of us love referrals, but it's not consistent. That is the problem, right? So if we're relying on referrals in our business, we're probably not going to get consistent clients, okay? And this is coming from someone who I get referrals every single week, right? But it's still I'm growing my business in another trajectory now. So the point is, like, I still need to have lead flow in a consistent manner, if that makes sense, okay? So what does it mean to plug in a lead flow system into your business? Well, one, my preferred method for getting consistent leads, and again, anyone can do what they want, but you need a method for getting consistent leads, consistent people into your world. I prefer Facebook and Instagram ads just because when it's up and running, it's just up and running. And it does take some effort, obviously, to get it up and running, but once it is, it's a beautiful thing because you can just get leads anytime you want to turn on your ads, right? So what I did, I can't remember exactly when I turned them on. I probably want to say August, like towards the end of August, right? Or maybe, actually, no, probably in the first couple weeks in September. I don't know. I have to look back and see exactly when I turned on my ads. But basically, I turned on ads that promoted my free Instagram guide, right? It's a Facebook and Instagram ads guide. And so I made a lead magnet. It's a guide. On a side note, the lead magnet types that I prefer, I like guides, I like checklists, I like planners, those sort of things. There's other ones I can't. Templates are good as well. So I created a lead magnet. It was a brand new lead magnet. It was my free ads guide. And I started running ads. Okay. And then after that, I ran the ads to about 130 leads, right? So in an easier context, like if you are running ads, and by the way, I was getting $3 or less per lead. So I like to have $3 or less per lead because, of 100 leads, if you book 1 to 2 clients, you just paid for it, right? So if we do the math here for a second, if we just got 100 leads and we're paying $3 a lead, that's $300. If of the 100 leads we sign 1 high ticket client, we've just paid for the ads, right? So a lot of times people think like, oh, I wasted money on ads. I'm like, well, did you do the work on the other side to actually convert them over to a client? And that is typically the missing piece, right? So this front part that I talk about all the time, lead flow system, do the Facebook ads, get the leads in, run them to 100 leads, and then work those leads and close clients, right? The problem that I see, the other problem I see other than like the lead flow system is once we get the leads in, what do we do with the leads, right? What do we do with them? And it all depends on what you're doing, what you're selling. So there's a lot of nuances there strategy wise and like what type of business you have and all that. I'm just giving you an example of my type of business, which for the most part, my type of business is I'm a coach and consultant, right? And so when we're running those leads, so I ran them to 130 leads. They're $3 a lead, right? And then we work the leads. What do I mean when I say we work the leads? Well, I'm going to give you another example here, which I think is like a huge, huge missing piece of the pie. Okay. And I think a lot of people miss this. And so I want to make sure that you guys hear this valuable information I'm unpacking today. So, when somebody comes on off a Facebook ad, they're going to be on your email list, right? Because we'll ask for their email. The missing piece that a lot of people don't do is they don't connect them on over to the social media following, right? So if you could imagine that you are you're a health coach and you're running ads, but these people are coming in, they have no idea who you are, right? They haven't seen your Facebook, they haven't been in your group, they haven't seen your Instagram profile, right? So they have no idea who you are. The faster that you can go from them coming in off of an ad, interested in what you have to offer for free, and then getting them on social media, it will shorten up that gap of them becoming a client, right? So the critical piece that I see a lot of people missing when it comes to the Facebook ads is that they don't actually have a method for getting people from the Facebook ad on the email list and into social media, right? And when I say into social media, again, my preference, because we're talking about Facebook and Instagram ads, is either to be on the Facebook platform or be on the Instagram platform. Most people in their business should not be on both, in my opinion. I don't think with the fact that I hear all the time is just people don't have enough clients, that we should be wasting all of our time on social media creating content, right? I'm very strategic about how I create the content, which is a whole nother day of discussion. But I want you guys to pick one or the other, right? I want you to focus either on Facebook or Instagram, right? If we're like, one thing that I see is that people are scattered with their efforts. So they're like on all the social media platforms. I can be on quote all the social media platforms, but I'm focusing my energy on Facebook as an example, right? Because I just don't have that much time. I'm serving clients all day and I don't have that much time to be on social media. So picking one so people can see you show up on that platform consistently is vitally, vitally important. So that's a little side thing. So you want to make sure that these leads that are coming in off your Facebook ad are following you either on Instagram. They'd either be following you on Instagram or they would go over on your Facebook. And my preferred thing, if you pick Facebook, is to have a Facebook group because you get the most engagement out of that group, right? So I'll just give you an easy example is when people come in off of my Facebook ad, we basically invite them to come into my main Facebook group, which is my successful Facebook ads group, which I'll post it in the chat if anybody wants to join. It's a free group. I actually put up posts where people can share their businesses, their offers, all the things all the time. So if you want to join, cool, that'd be great. Go ahead and do that. I've got about 5,000 members in there, and the group is pretty engaged. So basically when they're coming out the ad, they'll come into my group, right? And the reason I think this is the most important piece, more than ads, because we can get those ads to work. I know there's a lot of people that have mystery around like getting those ads to work and all the things. I can absolutely help you with that. That's what I'm good at. Like I know I've mastered ads, but the missing piece is that we're not getting them on social, right? So if you can imagine, if somebody comes in off a Facebook ad and then they join your group and then they start to see your live stream, right? They're warming up to you faster than if they were just on your email list, right? Because email list is not engaging, right? Social media is about being social and they can see your brand, they can see your business, they can see what you're all about. Visibility is important, right? So that they can move closer to you, right? Not any more complicated than that. So if you are currently running Facebook ads and you're currently are getting leads, but you don't have a method for them finding you on social, definitely need to do that. Okay. So once people went from a Facebook ad lead, downloading my guide, to joining my Facebook group, then we need to take the next step. And I'm going to back off for a minute because I want to share a story with you guys. Because I just want to like, I want you guys to know how important this piece is, right? I really do, because a lot of my clients, they come to me and they're like, I don't like social media. And I'm like, well, then you don't like making money because you need to have social media in order to get clients, really, honestly. And so I say, embrace it. You don't have to do all the things, right? I had no social media following a few years ago. And because of the things that I teach and I talk about, now I do, right? And so I have people all around me in my world all the time to have conversations with and turn into clients, right? And so if you don't have that piece, it's a vitally important piece. And years ago, when I learned Facebook ads and I first started with Facebook ads, like I didn't know about this piece. I didn't know, like I was starting to build. I mean, I actually have my Facebook group since 2018, I believe, but I didn't understand the power of social media, right? And how important it is in our brands and our business. And so I spent $8K on ads. Yes, I said it, $8K. And I had all these people on my email list and I'm like, I don't know who these people are, right? So basically, like, I didn't convert anybody. I mean, maybe I did as years went by, right? But I didn't convert anybody because they were not finding me on social. They just like downloaded my thing and then they were on my email list, right? Which email is still great, but you got to have the social component. All right. So let me know if you have any questions around that. So you want to make sure, again, you got to have the lead flow system plugged in, got to have them on, got to get them both off the Facebook ad or Instagram ad onto the email list, vitally important, and then get them on social media with you, preference Facebook or Instagram, because we're talking about ads today, right? So once those people who are new leads are actually in your world, aka they're either following you on Instagram or joining your Facebook group, those are my two preferred methods. Then you need to, on a daily basis, or I recommend, or this is what I did actually, turn so what I say is conversations equals cash, right? So um messaging people, right? And it's not like icky messaging, okay? We're not doing cold DMing or anything like that, but I do recommend following my 20-minute daily DMs rule, right? So I in general, you guys, just so you know, I'm really resistant to DMs. I'm really resistant just to chit chatting, and I know a lot of people are. But what I found is the people that engage, like, they're interested in what you have to offer, right? They wouldn't be commenting, liking, following, joining your group, doing all the things, engaging, friending, right? If they weren't interested in what you have to offer, right? So having 20 minutes of conversations a day in order to get clients, right? That's conversations equals cash. So if you're nervous about having conversations in the DMs, do what you need to do to not be nervous and know that having these conversations will help the growth of your business, right? And I didn't believe this until I started doing it the last couple of months. And what I found was, like, people are actually really happy that I reached out to them. They were like, great, this is a great connection. Like, thanks so much. Like, people are super grateful, right? And it doesn't matter at the end of the day on when if they end up becoming a client or not, or maybe they become a client later, not now. It's more of like you're showing up for them, seeing if you can help them. And like, even if they're not ready to come and work with you, can offer a free resource. You can, offer them a video or something like that as well, right? So 20 minutes, conversations equals cash, 20 minutes of daily DMs. Just look at who is commenting, liking, engaging, following, friending, joining your group, all the things, and spend 20 minutes a day with your most engaged people, reaching out to them and leaving a message. My preference, if I'm going to get into a little bit of detail here, is I love just leaving voice notes, right? And so that's what I do. We won't get into all the nuances of it, but 20 minutes of daily DMs will actually help you a lot. Okay. Trust me when I say this, as a person that majorly resisted the DMs. So, okay. So step one is we plug a lead flow system into your business. With Facebook and Instagram ads, you want $3 or lesser leads. You run those ads until you hit 100. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that those 100 leads are on social with you. So my preference again is Facebook or Instagram for being on social. Okay. So that's step two. You want to make sure they're on social with you so that you can engage with them. And then step three is you want to make sure to do your 20-minute daily DMs, right? So the 20-minute daily DMs is just the people that are the most engaged with you. I see some people on, by the way, are on my, I don't know if they're on my Instagram right now, but Lisa's on there, Abray, I don't know that person's name, Spark VA, Gaia, and Laura. So say hello. Good to see y'all on Facebook. We're on Instagram with me. I'm going to check in for a minute. I see you guys. I see a couple of people on. So give me a say hello. Give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're on. So I know that you're here with me today. And I'm going to see if I can see who's on in my Facebook group, because that's usually my most engaged. And then we'll get back into this for a minute. So then we're going to go through the next 4 and 5 and how they actually became clients. So again, if you're just coming in and joining my live stream, today we're talking about how I signed 5 high ticket clients in 2 weeks, with the first 2 weeks of September, right? So I'm unpacking that all for you. So far, we went through step 1, lead flow system, step 2, making sure they're on social, and step 3, having conversations equals cash, 20 minutes daily DMs, okay? So then we're going to go into step 4 and 5. I just want to check in. So again, say hello as you join. Give me hashtag live, hashtag replay. I can see some of you guys in here, not everybody. Okay, cool. So the next step, what I want to talk about is how you can actually take it from conversations. Well, okay, let me back up for a minute here. So conversations equals cash. Let me just talk about that for a minute and unpack that. Conversations equals cash. I'm going to write this in the chat because it's really, really important. And, this is what I think conversations is all of business, honestly. A lot of what I do in business is communication. A lot of what I do is talking, right? Talking to people all day. right? Conversations equals cash. It doesn't matter, by the way, when I say talking, it can all depend on your industry, right? So for me, mostly like I'm on Zoom having conversations, I'm on the phone having conversations, I'm in the DMs having conversations, right? It doesn't matter how you're having the conversations, but having conversations is actually going to lead you to getting more clients, right? So if you're not having enough conversations, so if I'm like, I want a client for the week, right? I know if I have an uptick of conversations, I will sign a client, right? That's it. Like I know that 100%. So if you're not doing that, probably a missing piece in your business, right? So conversations, again, can be phone calls, it can be texts, it can be Zoom calls, it can be DMs, any of the above. But you need to be having those conversations in order to sign clients. Period. Okay? Period. I if I look back and I look at how I do it, that's how I do it. I'm unpacking this all for you guys. Okay. So the fourth step is when you have those conversations, anybody who is engaged in the conversations, like you want to move them to a call, right? And so, that there's a little bit of nuance there, but if people are going back and forth with you multiple times in the DMs, they're interested in what you have to say, right? If after one time they ghost you, like, okay, cool, they probably don't want to call, or maybe they would in a couple weeks, I don't know. But if you're having really good conversation in the DMs, obviously not coaching for free, giving anything away for free, but just seeing if you can help them, right? Obviously those people are interested. They wouldn't be chatting with you if they didn't need help, right? So then basically what we do is we'll move people from those conversations that we're having in the DMs to a call, right? And I know a lot of people are just like, oh, I hear all this, I didn't do, I don't need a call. Well, you don't necessarily need a call, right? If you're selling like low ticket, probably don't need a call. But if you're selling more high ticket, you probably do need a call, right? So I don't have any kind of problems with doing Zoom calls. Like I love doing Zoom calls. I love helping clients. I love coaching my clients. I love doing calls, sales calls to see if people want to come and work with me, right? Not a problem for me. I'm used to it. I went a whole year where I just had lots of conversations with people in Zoom. And so I got a lot more comfortable with it. And so again, it's conversations again, but once you're having those engaged conversations in the DMs, you want to definitely move people into a call, right? And so typically, like, you can set that up however you want. And I'm not going to go into nuances of a call because literally I could spend a whole hour talking about that in depth and like how you book the call, how, what you do on the call, all the things, right? That's a lot. That could be a whole hour on how you do the call. But I will tell you that once I get on the call, like I have a whole method. So we send like in the DMs if they're interested, I'll ask them, hey, are you open to a call? If I feel like they're interested and engaged, they'll say yes. Then you just send them the Calendly link. If you have, Calendly is the easiest way to do it. And they'll book in a call. And then you'll have that conversation on Zoom, right? Or that's my preference anyways, to do a Zoom call and have the conversation and see if you can help them further. And if you can, you make an offer, right? So not any more complicated than that. And these are the steps that I do on rinse and repeat to sign clients. So I did these steps the first 2 weeks in September and I signed 5 clients. Okay. Now there is a little bit of a thing here. Like it is a little math, honestly, because if you look at it and you have 100 leads, and let's say you get like 50 to 70 of them on social media with you, and then you book 5 to 10 calls, and then you'll close a certain number of clients. So in my case, I got about 130 leads. I don't know how many of them came onto my social media, but mostly for me now, I'm actually on Instagram and Facebook now. Now, I'm not telling you to be, you probably shouldn't be. I've been on Facebook for a long time, so I know what I'm doing on Facebook, and now I'm more focusing on Instagram, growing that a bit. But it was, I don't know how many of the 130 actually like follow me on Instagram or join my Facebook group, but it was a substantial amount. I probably should go back and look at that. You want to get a decent amount of people, at least half, to be on your social with you coming off the Facebook ad, right? And then from there, you're going to message people who engage, anybody who asks questions, comments, likes, follows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And then from there, what you're going to do is you move them on over to a call. You ask them if they're open for a call. So in this case, I look back on how many calls I actually did over the first 2 weeks in September. I did about 8 calls and I closed 5 clients. Okay. Now that's a high close rate. If you're less used to doing sales calls, you're probably going to be more like 20-30%, right? But as you get better about doing the calls, and also like kind of getting them qualified before they even get on a call, the more likely is that they'll become clients, right? So a lot of people that are kind of hanging out with me, they're hanging out with me for a while. And so when they get on a call with me, they're kind of ready, right? And so that, I mean, that's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful place to be in. And that's a lot of it has to do with my content, right? My content, this is a piece of content that I'm putting out with you guys right now on live stream. So when they come in, they're like, okay, I know about you, right? Which makes it a lot easier. But we're not getting into content today because I don't want to, because that's a whole conversation as well. There's so much. And I go live every single week. So you'll probably hear something next week. So from there, I booked 8 calls. I signed 5 clients in a 2-week period, right? And the way that I do that, again, I have a method for that, but typically, you could send people if they're interested in your offer, you make an offer to them. That could either be in a proposal. I have a system that I use, which is my funnel club system for how I template out my proposals and things, or you could just give them a sales page, either or, right? Sign those clients, you get them in, go through the onboarding process and all the things. Okay. So that is the process. And I'll go through it one more time. It's about, we're a little bit into the live stream here. If you guys, I do see a couple of people on with me. So if anyone wants to ask questions, I'm going to do a recap. But if you have any questions about how I signed 5 clients in 14 days, I want you to drop them in the chat right now and I don't want you to be shy around it, honestly. I have so many conversations with people on the daily, and I can tell you a lot of people have trouble signing clients. And it is something that I have really, like I said, leaned into as my expertise. And so I want you to learn this skill set so that you feel really good that anytime you want bring in a client into your business, you can do that, right? That's how I feel in my business right now. Like, I feel like I have the system in place in order to make this happen. Okay. So what I want to say right now before we get into the Q&A is, if you are struggling to sign consistent clients and this is something that you need help with, I want you to drop the word accelerator in the chat and I will connect with you. Again, accelerator. So drop the word accelerator in the chat. Drop the word if you want my help. Okay. And literally, there's no pressure. It's really funny. People are just like, oh, I don't want to do a call. It's like, cool. You don't have to do a call with me, but we'll have a conversation, right? I'll see if I can help you. That's really what it comes down to. If I believe that I can help you, I will make you an offer, and you're open to it, I'll make you an offer. Not any more complicated than that, right? So if you look at your business and you look at it with a bird's eye view, right? Are you, and being very realistic about what you're actually doing and accomplishing in your business on a daily basis, right? If your focus is not in bringing new people in your world, AKA new leads in your world, making sure those leads are on your social with you, making sure that you have conversations every day, and making sure that you're booking in calls every day, you're probably not focusing on the right things in order to get clients. So if you don't have those systems in place in your business, you probably won't get consistent clients, really. I mean, and I think just not enough people like focus on this. And I get it, because like I would get busy in my business and I would have a lot of like feast and famine roller coaster. And certain ones still I actually do, to be totally transparent, but there's less, right? It's less than it ever has been. And so, I know that I have a consistent method for signing clients, and I know I have a consistent method for like bringing new people in my world. So again, if you don't have that lead flow system plugged in, if you're not getting people over on the social with you, if you're not having those conversations every day and not then booking calls, you probably won't have clients, right? So I want you to just take a honest look at your business and look at whether you're doing these things that I just spelled out for you, because this is the fastest way to getting a client. And again, we make it way more complicated than it needs to be. But like literally right now, I'm just going to say, like, the second half of the month, I ran ads. I got 130 leads. My ads are turned off now, because what I'm doing is I'm now having the conversations and booking in calls and getting the clients, right? So I have like the system. I have the system put in place in my business for signing clients all the time. Okay. So I hope that is really helpful, but drop accelerator in the chat if you're wanting more support and help with this. And I'm happy to have a conversation with you. All right. So now we're getting to the part where we're going to do a little bit of a Q&A. So let me know what you have going on. And I will talk about, actually, might as well talk about accelerator a little bit. But drop in the chat. I'll take a peek around on Instagram and my Facebook group and stuff and see if I can see questions in there. Sometimes they come through, sometimes they don't. But if you have any questions, let me know and I will certainly answer them while we're on the live. Okay, I see a couple more people on Instagram anyway. There's R&R Agency and Adoril. I think I said hi to all you guys. Okay, I think we're good there. Let me go check in with my Facebook group because that's typically where I get the most most engagement, just because I've been running my Facebook group just ongoing for a long time. And so I know, on a side note, a lot of people say they don't get a lot of engagement in the Facebook group, and there's definitely a method for that as well. So for getting that. All right, I see a couple comments in here. Let me see who's on in my Facebook group. We've got, sometimes it's hard to tell, being honest. Bianca, we got Jody, Arlene, Georgette, Joanne. Say hello as you join. Give me hashtag live, hashtag replay, so I know that you are all on with me today. Yeah, and I can see and hear you okay in here. Okay, got it. All right. I see you guys in here. Sometimes I can't see the comments, though. It's a little weird. It is a little weird with the comments, but all right, let me see here. All right. And then we'll get into the rest of this. I don't know if I can see everybody. I do see some people in here, but I don't see any questions. All right, you guys are all being shy with me today. You have no questions. You should have questions. If you don't have consistent clients, ask me all the questions. But anyway, yeah, that's okay. All right, so let's get into it here. I'm going to talk about Accelerator for a second here. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions or anything, just let me know. I got a little bit more time before I go onto my group coaching call. Okay, so let me just get this and then we'll get back into this. Sorry, I digressed for a second here. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, again, lead flow system. Step 1, plug that lead flow system in your business, get 100 leads. Step 2, make sure those leads are following you on social. Step 3, have conversations equals cash, daily DMs, 20-minute daily DMs, as I call it. Step 4, book in those calls in the DMs. Step 5, close those clients, right? It's math. It is math. So let me talk about Accelerator for a second here. If you are needing help, if you don't have a method in place in your business for getting consistent clients, if you don't know right now when I'm talking to you, like if I said to you, do you know right in this moment how you can go out and get a client? If you don't know the answer to that, you need to have a conversation with me, right? Because that is what I can help you with. And so that's what Accelerator is all about. Accelerator, which I haven't talked about, but people have been coming into the program. It's in beta. So I did roll it out this month. And we're rolling it out slowly, but it's getting there. And so this is my brand new program. It is called my Accelerator program. My Accelerator program will help you sign consistent. I'll teach you the method for how to sign 3 to 5 high ticket clients every single month in your business. Okay. And that's what Accelerator is all about. So it will actually teach you all the steps I just went through just now, right? So steps, you got to have lead flow system. Step 1, step 2, got to have conversations. Step 3, book in those calls, more conversations. And then we talk about content a little bit, getting that content that attracts. And then we talk about closing those clients. That's it, right? It's typically, and you got to do fulfillment. So technically it is 4 steps, right? Because, onboarding people, client fulfillment, it is definitely a thing, right? So those are the steps. I'm going to pull up my slides because, again, I want to go through this. So that's what the Accelerator program is all about. Accelerator, though, we're giving higher level support in that I believe in higher level support. I think a lot of people, when it comes to all these things, they need it. They need the coaching and they need all the things. So, I'm including that in the Accelerator program. So if that's you and you want to come in and work with me in Accelerator to sign high ticket clients, I invite you to come in. It's available. And just drop that word Accelerator and I will just DM you. We'll have a conversation. Okay. So let me pull up my slides here for a minute because I want to just drive this home visually with you. And I've been bringing this up a lot, but this is just a critical piece because you can see what's missing in your business really quickly, right? So when I hear people say, I don't have clients, which again, those are the conversations I have every single day, there's a reason for that, right? Again, if I break down my method. So let me pull up my slides. All right. So you guys should be able to see me okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, so when we look at Accelerator, again, this is my new program. It's how to sign 3 to 7 high ticket clients a month. And so, and this is, by the way, without live launches, without posting on social media 24/7, without any cold DMs, none of that, right? So again, I'm looking at these 4 parts. Ads are just the lead flow system part. So, do you have a method for getting leads and growing your business on a consistent basis? Are you growing your email list? Are you growing your social media following, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook? Is that happening in a consistent way? If it's not, you need to have a method for that. And you don't need to have growth all the time, right? Again, so with my method, like we grow and then I turn off the ads. The ads don't have to be running all the time, but enough that people come in and you can get some clients, right? So there's the ads piece of it, it's your lead flow system. Second one is conversations, right? Are you having enough conversations every single day? Conversations equals cash. Be honest, right? Are you creating content? And again, we didn't go into this because I didn't have time today. Are you creating content that actually attracts and engages your ideal clients, right? Your leads, right? Like I had, as an example, I had someone who is going to come in as a new client in a week or two. And the whole reason she came on is because she watched my live stream. Okay. And so, obviously doing video doesn't matter whether it's you publish some videos on YouTube, whether you pre-record and put them out there. You don't have to do a live stream, but doing video absolutely helps. So having that content, and again, we're not getting into all the attraction content, but I will tell you, I don't spend a ton of time on content. I'm just very strategic about how I post my content, right? I only do things that I know will work and engage my followers, right? And so typically, like most of my days during the week, like Monday through Friday, is serving clients. And so I'm not spending, I don't want to say I don't consider myself a content creator, but I'm not spending hours and hours and hours every single day creating content. I'm just not. So it's like 5 or 10 minutes a day. Certain days I do more. Like today I'm doing, once a week I do an hour-long live stream. But again, I stream it everywhere. So it's like, goes everywhere. It's like simple in that way. And like on Wednesdays, I have to get more regimented about it. If I'm being honest, I do publish an email newsletter every single Wednesday. I'm saying that aloud because I need to get in the routine of that. And I do post on Facebook every single day, but literally, it takes 5 minutes, right? And I engage with people every single day. That takes 5 or 10 minutes, right? So I have, as you can tell, I have a method for making all of this happen. And so if you're being brutally honest with this, and there's pieces missing based on this graphic that I'm showing you today, this is why you don't have clients. So looking at this and being brutally honest, how many of these things are you doing on a daily basis, right? And in general, with getting clients, like it is all about consistency. The consistency piece of this is really, really, really important. A lot of people come in and they will say to me, like, the reason I became a client of yours is just I've seen you showing up for years. So consistency of doing these things will actually help you sign clients. All right. All right, so that is it for today. That is my whole breakdown of how I how I recently just signed 5 clients in 2 weeks using my accelerator system. And again, if this is something that you need help with, I want you to drop that word accelerator. And I'll definitely have a conversation with you, see if I can help you. Or you can DM me, open to conversations, as I've been saying. All right, I'm going to check in one more time and see if anyone is around with me today that we need to say. I see Veronica just joined. Hi, Veronica. Hello, hello. Okay, cool. So I am going to end that. We're almost done here. I'm going to end the live video I'm streaming on Instagram. Getting people on, which is kind of cool, streaming on Instagram. So yeah. All right. I'm going to check in one more time, see if anyone has questions. You guys are all being super quiet with me today. I don't know why. Maybe it's that kind of a day. And then I'll pop off for the day so I can jump on my coaching call. All right, let me see if there's any questions I can see in the chat. I don't really see that. Okay, I don't see questions there. Let me check my other group. Just make sure before I pop off for the day. Nobody's asking questions. You guys are all so quiet with me today. Sheesh. That's okay. It's all good. Maybe we're having just a quiet day today. It's okay. I don't, yeah, I see people on, but I don't see any questions. That's okay. All right. So I will be back next week. I will be back. So I am really trying to be consistent around my live streams, showing up in all the places, but I'll be back next week. I go live unless I'm on vacation or something comes up. I go live every Tuesday at noon Eastern. So you can expect a new live stream from me, teaching you all the things, right? Teaching you all the things that I learned by running my business, doing my business, signing clients, and also working with clients. This is something that, again, the reason I rolled out Accelerator is because every single client who hired me to help them with Facebook ads were like, I really just want to sign clients, right? And so I've been just diving in deeper with this and what I do to do that on a consistent basis. And so that's what Accelerator is all about. We're just go in, and I love these conversations, by the way, you guys. Like, I love going in depth with all the details around this. Like, it's so fun. Like I said, I could take a whole hour just talking about DMs, just talking about what does Santa call, just talking about proposals, all the things. Like, it's so much fun. And so if this is you, if you are looking at me and going, I need help from her, drop that word Accelerator or DM me and we'll have a conversation. All right. So we'll be back noon Eastern next week. It's Tuesday. I'll be back next Tuesday, noon Eastern. And until then, this replay will be pinned and up live for you guys to watch on the replay and enjoy. I hope everyone has a beautiful Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Bye.